Hi, Warriors, Travis in here, and welcome back to our adventures in Azeroth. Today we are back in the Stormwind Cathedral, and we are going to learn a few abilities today. And those abilities are
May the light protect you this day.
Seal of Command rank 5 and Seal Crusader rank 7. So a few seal upgrades.
Careful.
Hopefully those help. I have a macro for this. Supposedly you don't even have to put the rank, but we'll just keep doing it. There we go, Seal of Command rank 5. Let's check them out here. So Seal of Command now does unleashing the seal will judge an enemy instantly, causing 172 to 190 holy damage, 345 to 380 if the target is stunned or incapacitated. So it's doing around 50 more damage. And Seal Crusader rank 7. It's doing around, 50 more damage. So there we go. Decent rank up there. So we're going to head over here, guys, and we're going to turn in the work of Grimmin Elmore. And continue our epic mount journey.
If you've come looking for the finest craftsmanship on this or any other continent in the world, then you've come to the right place. Grim and Elmore, at your service. Hello there. Lord Shadowbreaker sent me word ahead of time that you'd be coming around this way to see me. I'm willing to make the barding you need, but it won't be either cheap or easy. Let's get that out in the open first and foremost. I will say this much, and Grayson will back me up when I make this claim. You'll not find better barding made anywhere in all of Azeroth than right here. You'll need 4 things for the barding: rune cloth for the lining, arcanite bars for the plating, Arthas's tears for the spiritual attunement, and Stratholme holy water for the spiritual imbuement. Actually, you need 5 things. Gold for my fee. That fee includes all labor, as well as a handcrafted saddle and stirrups. Once you've got all that, I'll be able to finish your barding. Until then, there are some things I can get started on for you while you assemble your collection of goods.
All right, so there we go, guys. We collected the 5 Stratholme Holy Water. We have the 10 Arthas Tears, the 6 Arcanite Bars, and the 40 Rune Cloth. And we also have the 150 gold. So let's turn this into them.
Well, this is exactly what I needed. You're quite the resourceful adventurer, aren't you? All right, then. Let's get this barding finished up for you.
All right, here we go, guys. Are we just going to get our mount like this? Maybe. We have to meet somebody in Ironforge. But we'll see what happens. Supposedly the quest chain is a little bit longer than this. We don't just give them the stuff and we get them out. That'd be awesome, though. So then we can go right back to Outland. But I think we have to go on a little bit longer of a journey. Grim Elmore assembles the rune cloth, herbs, and holy water to the barding. And then he smiths the Arcanite into place on the barding. Well, that should do it. Come now, back to the shop to finish our business.
What's on your mind?
There you are, my friend. This is some of my finest work. As good as the barding I personally made for Lord Shadowbreaker when he went for his own charger. I thank you for your trust in me to provide for you the best. No doubt Grayson will want to see the work for himself as well. Take your barding to him and give him my thanks for his honorable business.
Okay. So we're going to take this to him. And the cost of all those mats, it was like 50 gold, I would say. So we've spent like 200 gold right now on this mount. So it wasn't very expensive at all. Especially compared to, you know, what we would be originally paying for the mount. Lord Grayson Shadowbreaker. Where the hell is this guy? In here? It's got to be in the cathedral. I think that's what they said. They say he's in the cathedral district. He's in the cathedral. This is the guy who teaches us all of our abilities, I'm pretty sure. Never remembered his name, though. There you are. Lord Grayson Shadowbreaker.
Greetings. Light bless you.
Regressing along nicely, Travelite. Once you have made the barding, you'll be well on your way to the next task.
This is most impressive work. It seems that as Grimmand gets older, his craftsmanship continues to improve. That's quite the feat when his work was already some of the finest you'd find anywhere when he made my barding back in the day. While this barding would be a fine addition to any normal steed, we are not dealing with such a mundane beast. You'll need this barding blessed by an appropriate source for it to be worthy of resting on an adventurer's charger. I'll hold on to it for you until then.
Okay, so we need to continue this, and we need to check out this quest here. Emphasis on sacrifice, where we have to spend another 150 gold. So let's go and do that. I hope you guys are doing well today. I am doing pretty good. Looking forward to the Super Bowl, see how it goes. I think the Patriots are going to win. I can't cheer for the Seahawks because, you know, they're in the same division as my Rams, so. We'll root for the Patriots, but it's hard to root for the Patriots too because they beat my Rams way back in the day, like over 20 years ago. It's when Tom Brady got his first Super Bowl. His first of many. He beat the greatest show on turf. Hopefully we can catch this. If we can't, then kind of sucks. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. We made it. Yeah, I think the Patriots will win, but you never know. Seahawks have been pretty damn good in this playoffs. And I seen a Reddit post that was talking about boosties. And about this guy's this guy was like he didn't really see a problem with boosties, but now he thinks there isn't one. So I'll read this to you guys here while we're on the tram. Full disclosure, I boosted a hunter and a shaman for TBC because that's what I played in original TBC. I've also noticed the very obvious hate on this subreddit for boosties, but also just chalked it up to sweat lords being sweat lords. So boosties are level, you can buy like a level 58 character. A lot of people are doing that because they just don't have time to level a character or they're not interested. A lot of people do it to purchase alts as well. I don't really have a problem with it. I haven't really had any issues, to be honest, but I thought this guy's post was a little interesting. I was sure that most of the people boosting were just like me, played lots of WoW, and just didn't want to do the leveling grind again. I've also been solo pugging Ramparts and Blood Furnace on my Resto Shaman, and I'm here to admit that the haters were right. I didn't think people could be this clueless on how to play their class, but it's real and it's painful to watch. I ran a Blood Furnace last night with a fully PvP geared Sword Rogue who stood in front of every single mob. And as best as I could tell, did nothing but spam Sinister Strike. No finishers, nothing. Sinister Strike all day long while getting parried out the wazoo. So yeah, as a rogue, you're supposed to attack from behind, because as any, like, melee class, you should probably attack from behind, because I think you get higher hit chance. And you can't be parried. He also said, I've had mages that do nothing but cast Blizzard on every single pull. Even the bosses, nothing but Blizzard. I had one mage that was confused when I asked him for water. Told me to go buy some at the inn. That's where I got mine. I wish that happened to me.
Protect you, adventurer.
But you can tell if a mage is a boosty if they don't have like the water quest water from like Dire Maul. That's how you know. Greetings, noble paladin. I have prepared my trusted censer with the freshest of incense and blessed it thrice for your use. Your donation will help us in Ironforge not only to create a new censer, but also to bolster sagging reserves of food for our needy.
Blessings on to you, friend adventurer. Your donation goes far beyond what was needed. Your sacrifice will not only help us recover what we have lost, but also help us to help those most in need here in Ironforge. Now let me make sure I've suitably prepared this censer for your future needs. With my blessings, take the censer. I myself have used it in several exorcisms, and it should serve you well for the arduous tasks that lie ahead. Return now to Lord Grayson Shadowbreaker in Stormwind, adventurer. Your quest continues with him.
Alright, back to Stormwind we go. A lot of traveling for this quest chain. He's also said, I've had numerous tanks that don't use any of their cooldowns ever. Just charge in and pray. Shield and consecrate and all good. Maybe that's me. To all the people that hated on boosties, you're right, you're right. There's nothing wrong with, you know, charging in and using consecration. Sometimes that's the best way to pull. You don't always have to pull with your shield, you know what I mean? I hope we can make it here. Yeah, with Avenger's Shield. Like, I do pull with that sometimes, but sometimes you just don't have to. You can just go in and face pull. But Avenger's Shield is good. If you're trying to, like, reach a pack that's far away, Avenger's Shield helps quite a bit. It's just the problem is when you pull the other pack, you start getting hit. It's hard to cast your Avenger's Shield because, you know, you're getting dazed. And the cast is taking longer to go off. And then he says, to all the people that hated on boosties, you were right, you were right. And then another comment that came under is I am convinced shamans don't know Earthshock. It's a 6-second CD interrupting kick. I've noticed that as well, like when I'm in a dungeon and like all those orcs are casting Searing Pain over and over again. Nobody kicks them. And I'm just like sitting there like, come on, somebody kick them. So we can group them all up. To be honest, it doesn't even like matter. You'll learn how to play your class. It's just some growing pains. Like I even have some with this paladin. Sometimes I forget to put up Righteous Fury. You know what I mean? I've forgotten Blood Furnace for like 6-7 minutes. And I'm going to change that. And the way we're going to change that is I'm going to get a weak aura set up here. I'm going to put it like right here. If I can fit it in the middle here, I'll make it work. Maybe we'll have to put these up a little bit higher. Or spread it out a little bit more. But I'm going to get a weak aura going. So I just don't have to look up here, because I'm just not a fan of looking up here at all. I just like going here. I don't mind looking at debuffs, but I don't want to check my buffs all the time up here. It's just not how I usually play. Like even on the mage, it's pretty much, if you watch the mage playthrough, it's the same. It'll be like the same type of weak aura that I had on the mage, just in the middle, and it's a convenient way to keep track of your cooldowns and abilities. It's a lot better than having to like look down at your like my keybinds. Like, see how my keybinds are kind of small? The reason why I make them like this is because it makes a more attractive UI, right? The less stuff on your UI, I think the better it is for like playthroughs, because it's just more like this, which honestly I think looks better than having like a bunch of stuff on your UI. So I try to limit it as much as I can, which is why I've made it kind of small. So the weak aura would help with that as well, even though it is going to take up some more, probably this much of the UI here. I'll get it going when, maybe when we do another dungeon. That's when we'll check it out. And you get all these weak auras from wago.io, wago.io. That's where all the weak auras are, and you have to download an add-on called weak auras. I think we have it here. So you download that, you go to weak auras, you copy the string. I'll show you guys now, and then you go to import, and then you just, there's like a text document on the website, you copy that, and you just paste it here, and then you get your weak aura. Like here I have a Thames dungeon pack that I seen, and I picked this up just for the heroics, just so I can kind of tell like what abilities are going on and what I'm getting hit by. It's just a weak aura pack for the dungeons.
Light be with you.
No, that's on there as well. It's on wago.io. The Thames. I'll show you guys again after this. May the light protect you this day.
Light bless you.
Welcome back, Travlight. Have you acquired the exorcism sensor?
This will do. You will be called upon more than once during this process to make acts of sacrifice. I am glad to see that you are willing to do just that. Sacrifice is a key component in what it takes to uphold the duties of being a paladin, but I don't have to lecture you on that. Now, adventurer, you will need to show due judgment in your actions. To that end, this sensor will act as your vessel to dispense such judgment on tortured spirits of lands lost to us. I have added a pinch of dirt from the tainted ground of Terrordale in the Eastern Plaguelands to the sensor. You will now use this sensor to find areas there that show signs of spiritual turmoil and disturbance. Look for green auras that permeate the ground as the physical world buckles under the torment of the spirit realm, and use the sensor to drive out the evil spirits. When you have passed sufficient judgment on the spirits there, you will be ready to proceed.
All right, so there we go. I have to go all the way up to Eastern Plaguelands. And we have to go, it's pretty far. We have to go like all the way around here and then all the way up there. But we'll do it. Because we want our mount. Yeah, back to weak auras. It's called the Thames TBC Dungeon Weak Aura Pack. It's pretty good. You can look it up on wago.io. And then I'm going to get another weak aura for Paladins. They have a weak aura for every class. People make them, and they just put them on wago.io, and you can use them. I recommend using the ones that get downloaded the most, though. You kind of have to be careful, right? You don't know what people are sending you here with this copy-paste text, but if you're taking one that, you know, is being downloaded quite a bit, it's generally probably pretty safe. I haven't had any issues. Once I get it all set up, I'll tell you which one I pick. I'm going to get one for the Warlock eventually as well. Maybe I'll get it even set up earlier, just so we don't have to worry about it. But I'll keep the UI like this for now. But eventually I'm going to switch to Elf UI, because I just prefer that UI over the regular WoW style. Alright, so here we are in our Ironforge, guys. We're going to be taking a flight up to the Plaguelands, guys. Actually, maybe I could set it up now while we're going up to the Plaguelands. Maybe that'd be interesting to watch. I'll go to wago.io and look for I'll look for one. And we'll set it up. Why not? Yeah, we'll do that. It's a good little intermission while we, you know, wait to get the mount going.
Wildhammer dwarves might have fast steeds, but can those airy peak griffins stand the heat of the Great Fall?
I think not. Okay, so I'm gonna go to wago.io. Can't really show you guys my browser right now, but we'll look for some UI stuff. It's an app and all this stuff now? What the heck? Yeah, go to imports. Featured UI pack authors. What's going on with this website? They have an app now? What the heck? This place was a lot cooler when it didn't have an app. It says, what the heck is this? Okay, now I can search. There we go. It's going to put Paladin TBC. So you just go to imports and then go to search. So it's the same site. They just added, I guess they're trying to have an app now. Kind of confused me a little bit. So there we go. I'm sorting it by, there's best match. Guess we'll go to views. There's iTankinen, Phalor has one, Paladin Core TBC. Let's go back to best match. This one just came out. Paladin all specs. So this one's new. We'll check this one out. It's 2,000 views. We'll copy the import string. Okay. Go to import here. And there you go. Importing NullGodX Paladin TBC. And here it is. It's right there. I don't know how the positioning is. So you can kind of move it around. Damn, that's high up. Is that how far the buffs go? It has to be that high? And that's the cast bar for Retri Pro. So try to put it like here. See how it looks. Maybe it'll fit kind of well here. We'll check it out. But there it is. It's not up though. You have to be in combat maybe for it to show. We'll see what it looks like. You can always fiddle with it. You can make it smaller or bigger. Pretty sure, but this one should work well. It works with all specs, supposedly. It's not showing up though. It's kind of strange. What the heck? Usually it's just like you just put it in and it works. 61 plus displays on standby. Maybe it doesn't show while it's in combat. Or while we're like not in combat, I should say. Yeah, that's how you set it up. I haven't got it working yet. Oh, okay. So maybe it's because we're not 70. So it says for Paladins below level 70, a dedicated leveling core bar is used instead. Check the pick. Level less than 70. Okay. Does it work? That's what I kind of want to know. But it includes all the stuff you'd want. It has a seal twist swing timer. Has a leveling core bar, I guess, for under 70. Supposedly it's supposed to work. We'll see what happens when we land. We'll get into combat with something, and we'll try to make this work. Maybe I have to reload. We'll see. I might as well get rid of weapon swing timer. If this already has a swing timer. Don't really need that anymore. Or we can just hold on. I guess we'll keep it for a bit. But it's an important add-on, weak auras. Weak auras and details, pretty damn important. Knowing threat, it's very important. Having tiny threat. It's a part of the add-ons pack. Make sure you have that on. Details tiny threat plugin. You don't have to, you just download details. It comes with tiny threat, usually, the plugin. You just make sure it's on. I don't really know what the streamer or Vanguard plugin's about. Okay, so there we go. So it's up. It's telling me to see. It tells me to bless myself. Use sanctity. Okay, boom. See? So that'll be up if you don't use it. It's much better of a warning. It's a much better warning than this going down, right? So yeah, it did work. So it looks like we can put it down a bit. I'm gonna put it down, actually. And just see how it looks. Maybe some things will come up under it, but we'll just keep it like this until then. There's our cast bar. Not really a fan of the cast bar being there. So you can go to edit mode and you can... I think you can change where your cast bar is, right? It would have to be under advanced. Yeah, we'll head over to do the quest, guys. Doesn't really show my cast bar here. I see then there's the one under it. It looks like they kind of want you to keep it up. Is there a way for me to remove cast bar from this? Maybe I have to go to bartender. I would assume that might be it. Is there like cast bar here? Stance bar, bar 1. Micro menu, vehicle, blizzard, bag mirror. Stance bar. It's this. I think. Yeah. Extra action bar. You can just go to yeah, I'm not too sure. So what I'm trying to figure out now is if cast bar is a part of, if it's a bartender thing, or is if it's something from the Blizzard, on Blizzard's end with edit mode. So I'm not too sure. I wonder if you can make this actually smaller, the weak aura. Maybe you can. Can you actually make it smaller? No. Maybe you could, but this is how you would, I think it would have to be, is like this. Which is not bad. You'd probably bring these up a little bit. In edit mode. And I would get rid of the swing timer, because I'm pretty sure we don't need it, since it's right here. Just do that, reload. Get rid of the weapon swing timer. And we'll go to edit mode. I'll just move this up like this. We'll move this here. I think they're kind of lined up. I'm not too sure. Maybe that'll look a little bit better. Looks like it's a little bit lower. It's always kind of a little bit of a headache. I kind of like it where this one is. Maybe we'll bring this one actually down a tad. Looks like it's having trouble. We can go up a little bit. And it's like the distance. I don't know. You can kind of just put it kind of close to it, though, can't you? It wouldn't be too bad if it was like right up to the edge of it. Now it's just a cast bar. Stance bar, debuffs, cast bar. Yeah, we want to get rid of that. There we go. Found everything. All right, let's get back. Let's focus up again. So there we go. You have the cast. It's still there. It's kind of annoying. Maybe that's it's not as bad as it was though, because it's it's not blocking anything. But it's still kind of annoying because we have 2 cast bars. So we'll have to figure out how to change that. But I'll put the weak aura that I'm using here, Wago.io link in the description below if you guys are interested. It looks alright. It's kind of big. But big is good, right? How the heck can you miss now, right? And some people, the way they play, they get rid of all this and they just play with this. And you just have to memorize the keybind for your abilities. Now, there's many other abilities you're not going to see. Like your trinket here. You'll have to... Like, see how this... Just say this trinket's really important? See how you use it? There's no weak aura for it. You'd have to make your own specific weak aura for the trinkets. Because you probably will want to know when your trinket's up, so you use it, on cooldown. That's another good weak aura to have as well. But it's got almost everything here. It doesn't have Bop. What if we use Bop? Yeah, there's Bop right there, actually. And then there's our Forbearance. So we don't even have to look here at all. And there's, Bop falls off. Doesn't have the Bop cooldown, though. So I guess you'd probably have to make a weak aura for that if you'd want that. But that's UIs, right? You're messing around with your UI the whole year. Like, based on your experiences, you can always just add something new. Like a new alert. But yeah, I think this cast bar's I'm pretty sure it's not a part of it. It's not from this. So we got rid of this cast bar here. I think it's from Bagnon. Or, I think it's from Bartender. We'll have to find out how to remove cast bars from Bartender. So we'll check that out later. Yeah, this is the ret one, though. Because we're in ret spec right now. And this is like the seal twist. I don't really know how to seal twist. We'll learn how to do it, guys. Eventually. It's a mix of Seal of Righteousness with Seal of Command. And this is our swings timer here. Maybe we'll check it out when we start fighting mobs over here. Quite the journey, though, to complete this quest, but it's well worth it. Looking forward to next level when we get Crusader Aura. Give our mount speed. Increase our mount speed by 20%, well, an extra 5%. If you have Pursuit of Justice. Pretty much the fastest mount speed you can have is as a Paladin. With Seal the Crusader. Alright, so here's these little green patches here. We have to use the Exorcism, or Exorcise Spirits. And we have to fight these. So it's telling us to use these seals. Bless ourselves. Getting wrecked right now. Probably switch. Just getting used to these. We'll be okay. I hope. We're out of mana. I went to bubble. It's crazy we're having this much trouble with it. Should I just use a health pot? So we can... We might be okay, though. Just don't have any mana. Do we have any mana pots? I have a superior mana pot. We should just use that. There we go. We got another one. Okay, so let's heal up. I'll have a drink and a bite to eat here. Hopefully we don't just pull this guy. I'm going to probably switch. Yeah, we'll switch to the Prot. I think it would be better since I'm not really using a two-hander. Alright, it's aura up. See, it tells you to apply Righteous Fury. And that helps a lot because it can get dispelled. And then you'll be like, oh, it got taken off, and you'll just put it on right away. Things up. And we'll deal with these spirits, guys. Just the next pack over here. I can't put this on like a bar. We can. Nice. Just put it here for now. We only got one this time. Back. It even has your perception as well, bubble. And see how it changes? Based on the spec you are. Tells us when we proc Reckoning. Not too sure if I like that, but it's alright. It's a little in your face. It's not bad. And there's other ones too. Like if you don't like this one, you can always find one that's a little more sleek. Yeah, you don't always have to use the one that they give you. Alright, this guy gave us a bunch of Morning Glory dues. We can always just use those. Yeah, we'll play around with this. And this is like the seal twist. Like this right here, this line. That's when they... That's when you're supposed to switch your seal. Like right there. We're not ret right now, so... It takes up quite a bit of the screen. It's a little too big. I might not use this one, to be honest, but it's an example, right? And you can make these yourself. It just takes a lot of time. But I would probably shrink these down and try to make it just a little more as intrusive. Alright, so we need to kill a few more of these guys. There's one up here. But yeah, you see how much easier it is to just... It is to just follow this. Just trying to keep our seal up as long as we can, because we don't have a lot of mana left. These things are pretty strong, man. It even shows us our stacks for Holy Shield. Also shows us our redoubt when it goes up. Block chance increased by 30%. 5 blocks. Alright, 15 more, not too bad. Just keep eating all the food we got here. Don't touch the enriched mana biscuits, though. We need those for later. Maybe I'll get rid of this. I'll just put this here. I still need to mess around with my key bindings as well. Like, my key binds are kind of... The way I usually do when I'm leveling, I just throw them on the bar. That's how I think a lot of people do that. When I'm playing a new character, I just throw them on the bar and we just level. I don't really have like a thought process behind it. But once I get to max level, that's when I start fiddling with it, right? And like trying to make it synchronize. Because when you're leveling is usually pretty chill for the most part, right? It doesn't require you to... Even endgame doesn't really require... It's a little bit different. Raiding requires you to be pressing your buttons a little more properly. But the thing is, some specs, you don't really have to press your buttons that much. There's like only a few buttons you need to really focus on. Like, for example... the mage in phase 1 during vanilla, like, you only really have to focus on Frostbolt and sometimes use Arcane Explosion, maybe Blizzard sometimes. For the most part, you're just spamming Frostbolt over and over again. There it is. Okay. Might not use Exorcism here. I'm just gonna focus in on our AoE damage. Yeah, what a grind this is. We have our hearth set to Stormwind though, so we'll just hearth back once we're done. Turn this in. Have some mana there. Probably a few more of these. Just need 11. But it's quite the grind to get your mount, right? Like, even though you're paying significantly less, you have to go on quite the journey to get it. I've never done any of these before. Usually I just have to, like, purchase them outright. I never really got a Paladin to, well, I got the Blood Elf to max level. It's just, I don't know if there's, like, a Paladin mount quest for Epic Mount quest. I think I just never got the Epic Mount for Paladin. Pretty sure. On the Blood Elf. The only time I played a Warlock was in Season of Discovery, so I never got that guy to 60 either. I just played him for Phase 1, so we got to, like, level 25. That was it. But I've helped a Warlock get their mount in Dire Maul West. Need to watch out here. I pulled the Scourge Soldier. It's good doing this now. At least we're getting a little bit of XP for it. You might as well pull this guy too. To be honest, you don't even need this mana bar anymore because you have one here. Like, I think on LVI I removed that as well. I'm not too sure how to do that here, though. We're only getting one Terradale Spirit. Every pull here. I hope we get, like, a pack of 3 soon. The first one was a pack of 3. It's a Necropolis, or there's an Axramus. Can't really see it from here, though. I'd have to pull this Crypt Walker. Maybe he'll join us. I think he's a rare. That Nerubian Overseer. It's interesting. Let's pull this guy away. They're really only giving us one per. One each. One per cast. I switched to tank spec because I thought it was just going to be like 3 every time, but it seems like most of them are just 1. Got 2 here, not bad. And Prospect, these guys barely do any damage to us. All right, 5 more, and then we can make our way back here. I don't need mana. I said we can find that rare and pull him into a pack. I wonder where he went. There's one more over here though. We have 2 more actually. Should have pulled him when I seen he was a rare. Maybe he'll come back. Wonder if you can pull again. No, there's a cooldown. Maybe pull well. We're fighting this terror spirit. Now we'll just finish him off. This might be the last one if we get 2. If not, then I guess we could go hunt down the... Try to find the rare. Not too sure what the patrol path is, though. Yeah, this would probably be the last one. We got 2. Some mana. Okay, so there we go. We're done. Now we just have to head back to Grace and Shadowbreaker and turn this in. So let's hearth back. And we'll turn this quest in, guys. Refill. What the heck does that even mean? Refill what? Wonder what that means. Refill. Refill scrolls? What the heck is that about? I'll have to look into that. What does he mean by refill? Mana? It says 0. That's the cool thing about these two. They kind of teach you things as well. I'll try to figure out what the heck that's all about. There's something I clearly need to refill.
Be careful.
It is good to see you again, Travlight. Is your work done in Terradale?
Well done, adventurer. To render the judgment of the light on those that dwell in darkness is a task we must approach with vim and zeal. You have done.
I think it
just
means like
that
this
with
stuff,
your
symbol of
sacrifice in
kings.
Ironforge and your judgments of the spirits in Terradale. Your next steps will call on both sacrifice and judgment again, as you now strive to reclaim the spirit of a fallen charger who now serves a death knight known as Dark Reaver. Your barding needs a special form of blessing, one from an appropriate spirit. In Dire Maul is such a spirit, the ancient equine spirit. It is currently held by a corrupt Trant, Tendrous Warrior. Pass judgment upon this foul beast, adventurer. Know this, freedom alone is not enough. You must soothe the spirit before receiving its blessing. For that, special horse feed is needed. Travel to South Shore first and speak with Meredith Carlson on this, and prepare for more sacrifice.
Okay, so looks like we'll have to make our way to South Shore, guys. Just want to see if I can find this this reagent vendor. So his name's Brother Cassius. He's down, but there he is.
May the light guide your path and aid you in your journeys. If
See,
you need any
there it
assistance
is.
browsing, I will be right over here.
There you go. Okay, we're refilled, Pat. It's enough.
For the Alliance.
It's kind of annoying. To be honest, I don't like that. I'd remove that. If he's telling me to refill my symbol of kings. Alright, guys, so we have to go to South Shore? Mana-etched horse feed, yeah. So I have the biscuits. So I have to bring the biscuits and 50 gold. So I'll see you guys when we make it to South Shore. Here we are in South Shore, guys. And we are going to get the mana-enriched horse feed.
Good day. Years of quality breeding techniques and plenty of care allow me the privilege of showing you these horses. Please take your time as you consider them for your mount. A horse is a companion for the ages, friend. Don't sell yourself short. Get your steed here today. The Silverhand thought me mad when I told them that I could make a special horse feed that could nourish spiritual horses. Everyone thought I was mad. Well, now it's payback time. I'll make what you need, Paladin. So-called champion. But it will cost you. I need special biscuits. Enriched mana biscuits sold only by the Argent Dawn for this blend. I also demand, yes, demand gold as compensation for the misery I have endured. Show me the sacrifice you tout so much, Paladin. Yes. Now who? Wait, you're giving me the gold too? You weren't the one who called me mad. Actually, they called me a fruitcake nut job. Still,
What the heck?
you're willing to show sacrifice even for wrongs you've not committed? I misjudged you, adventurer. Should you need more horse feed, come see me. I will give it to you free of charge. Thank you, noble adventurer. I am going to keep the money, though. I'm not that much of a nut job as to give up a fortune.
All right, well, there we go. She gave us the horse feed, and now we need to go to Dire Mall West, guys. And we need to slay Tendrous Warpwood. Doing so will free the ancient equine spirit, feed it the special horse feed, thereby soothing the spirit. Finally, give it the Arcanite barding so it may bless it. So I need to find a group for Dire Mall West. Hopefully we can find one. It's kind of a pain at level 61 because the only dungeons we can queue up for are in Outland, right? Burning Crusade. So I'm probably going to make my way to Feralus, and we'll try to find a group for Dire Mall West. I also, if you noticed, I found a way to change the scale of the weak aura here. So it's just under group, and then select a group, and then just changes the scale. So we've made it smaller. Looks pretty good. And you'll keep doing that as you play around with your UI. You'll keep fiddling with it and making it better. But yeah, guys, that is going to be the end of today's episode. Next episode, hopefully we can get into Dire Mall West. But as always, thanks for watching. Keep your heads up. Later.